I call Adrian Ruwafi.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's a pleasure to rise to speak on the bills divided from the Border Processing, Arrivals and Departure Levy Bill, because I want to put my point of view to the general public about what this is really about. This is actually really about the government collecting more tax money because they can't balance the books. That's what this is really about. And it's my pleasure to tell the public that. And sir, on this side of the House, we are very serious about biosecurity and about border security, so much so that when through 9 years of our Labor government, the last Labor government, not once did we put in an arrival tax or departure tax. And why was that? We didn't need to, because we know how to run the economy. We know how to make a surplus. And next year, these bills are about collecting more money so that the national government can scrape and crawl up to a minor surplus next year. They promised it this year and have failed. They have failed 7 times to deliver a surplus, and that is what this bill is really about. And we've heard from the previous speaker that the New Zealanders are on a lose-lose situation. Well, sorry, Minister, but you can't have it both ways. Here's some facts. International visitors spent $10.3 billion last year in the New Zealand economy, including $700 million in GST. Well, when we were the government, we managed the whole economy and paid for border security and biosecurity through the taxes, like the $700 million that are being collected through GST. The fact of the matter is the government are unable to do that, and they should fess up that this is a tax. Can I also mention about the lack of detail around exactly how much is going to be charged? We're hearing figures like about $6, around $16, and on this paper here, it will be around $36 for a return journey, and it says it's lower than Australia's. But we don't know that for a fact. James Shaw said in his contribution that he criticised the Labor Party for voting for a bill that actually had the formula within it. Well, the formula in this, for the benefit of that member, is that it's not in here. And we don't know it, and they're voting for it. How can that be right? We need to have clarity around exactly how much people are going to be charged at the border to come into our country. That's kind of fundamental. The government have got the process around the wrong order. It's around the wrong order. You do the consultation, you do the legislation after the consultation, not before. Give the public the opportunity to be consulted on all parts of these bills, not just a little bit, not just a bit here, and agree that, here, we're going to pass this bill. We'll let you know the detail later. Trust us, we know what we're doing. Well, if the public were to trust you, then you would not have cut the KiwiSaver 8 times. And we've been through that bill, that legislation today. I suspect, sir, that there's going to be probably a statutory amendment bill coming up, because that's what happens when you rush legislation through. People aren't consulted, especially when, as my colleagues held up the signs, no new taxes. Well, when it looks like a tax, sounds like a tax, guess what? It's a tax. It is a tax. And so much so that members opposite got a little bit confused and started referring to it as a tax. And they're right. That's exactly what it is. So, Mr. Speaker, I take this call to speak out against it, and I disagree with it.
I anticipate the point of order. Yes, the sign should be removed.
Sorry to interrupt, but my understanding is that the Speaker can use the...
Sorry, I've dealt with the point of order. I anticipated your point of order. Adrian Ruahui.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So finally, I'd just like to say we oppose this bill for all of those reasons, and I think that once again the government has got it wrong. Thank you.